Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Reggae of the Self podcast with me, your host, the Fuchaman, and people. We got a great legend with us today, the great Solo Banton. Solo Banton, how you doing?
I'm good, my brother. Give thanks. I'm good. How's the eye? You all right?
Yeah, man, I'm doing well, man. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a long time. We should have done this ages ago, but you know, we've been
Yeah.
at different times.
It's been a while. You approached me still, and it never worked out before, but I'm glad it worked out now. So we give thanks, definitely.
Well, they said nothing happened before the time, you know, so
See there?
you know what I mean? The time is right.
See there?
Yeah, man, so how you keeping?
Yeah, man, everything is well, you know. Everything is well. So I give thanks. And we come through this period of turbulence very well, you know what I mean? Everybody around me is healthy, and you know, we lose some friends and things, but you know, immediate family and them thing there, everybody is well. So I just give thanks for that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Well, sorry for your loss, man, you know, and love to your family and everybody. You have to keep holding on in these times, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So right now, I want to give the people an in-depth detail about Solo Banton and let them know exactly what's going on. Where exactly are you from?
I born West London.
West London. What's the name of that place in West London?
Shepherd's Bush.
Okay. And where you grew up?
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Shepherd's Bush?
Yeah. I grew in Shepherd's Bush, yeah.
Yeah, what was it like growing up there?
Exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting. Cause when you grow up on a estate, I grew up on White City Estate, you know, and then I moved to another estate called Beckler Gardens. And you know, when you have so many people around you and like a concrete jungle, like how them say, you have many friends around you, and there's always something going on, always some kind of excitement. Whether you play cricket against the next block, or you know what I mean? There's something. There's always, as a youth, there's always something to do. There's always some kind of fence to climb over and some kind of hole to go through. You know what I mean? There's always something to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the thing is, you mentioned cricket, and you know, I'm keen cricketer myself, who we even till this day still play every time I get an opportunity.
Nice.
Were you a good cricketer?
I wasn't bad, you know, I was a good bowler.
Okay, what did you bowl?
I was a good bowler and I was a good fielder, you know. I got a good throw, you know what I mean? So they used to put me up on the line. I'm always accurate with the throw them, you know, and I was a good bowler as well, you know what I mean? Medium to fast bowler, but I can spin as well.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Yeah, so even sometimes I used to switch it up during the over, you know?
Yeah, so bowler, what kind of spin you bowl? Leg spin or off spin?
Off spin.
Off spin, okay, and medium pace?
Medium, yes.
Did you actually play in school or no?
Yeah, I used to play for the school.
Okay, you must go.
Yeah. I was never happy with my batting though. I feel like I always wanted to improve my batting, you know what I mean? But bowling and fielding was my thing still, was my strength, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we got more in common than we thought, because like even now, you know, I played yesterday for my club and I didn't do great with the bat. I only make one run, so I'm still not very good with the batting, but the bowling is all right. But yeah, so let's go back to Shepherd's Bush. Was that a multicultural area when he was growing up back in them days?
Oh yeah, man, definitely. Everybody was there.
Yeah. I mean, Shepherd's Bush is a lovely place. I've been lucky to, you know, been there a few times over the years, you know what I mean? So it's a really nice place. So let's go into music though. When did all of this started?
When you say when it started, what do you mean? What my love for music?
Right. Your love for music and want to get into, like, you know, singing, songwriting. Are you from a musical background, like families and stuff in music?
Well, nobody, like my sisters above me and my brother. My brother had a sound system, my big brother had a sound system. And my sister them was mad on music, you know what I mean? They was always out raving and always playing music. And one of my sisters used to collect vinyl. You know, she would go work and come home with her wages. Well, she wouldn't come home with her wages. On payday, she'd come home with a bag of record. You know what I mean?
So what was the name of that sound system?
My brother's sound system was called Shama, King Shama International.
Okay, see. Is it still around or no?
Sorry?
Is that sound system still around or not?
No. He still plays. He still plays music. He's on Flames FM right now. But the sound system itself now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is where it all started out for you.
Yeah, basically from the youngest age, I just know I just always love music. You know, anytime my father would play music, I was interested in that and looking at the record and reading the covers. And yeah, I just always been into that and always tried to make music. You know, at school we used to try and make music.
Yeah.
We set up a band in school, in primary school.
Yeah.
We set up like a band. This time we used like pots and pan for drums, you know. And you know, yeah, yeah, but we still have tried. We are trying to write song and everything there, you know what I mean? So yeah, from the earliest age, I just want to do that.
What's your earliest memories of actually performing in front of people?
You know, I always used to, even in school, they always used to have me as the narrator. So you know, like if they're doing a school play,
yeah,
I was always the one that would be sitting on a high stool, like telling the audience the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I've always been. I've always found it natural to talk to people, and be in front of people and talking to people as a crowd. I find that one-on-one, or if it's me one-on-one, I'm quite shy.
Yeah.
But if I'm on a stage,
yeah,
or I'm talking to a lot of people, I find that easier than one-on-one. You know what I mean? So sometimes people even misread me like that, because they want to know how come I'm so quiet when it's just me one, like I don't want to talk to them. But I'm shy. But when we're on stage, it's easy. You know what I mean?
Well, you wouldn't think that when you know what I mean? I think it's probably about at least 3 years I saw you hosting the Lions Den show stage at Boomtown, the big stage Lions Den. So and you wouldn't think that, you know, you would be shy. And I saw you performing obviously loads of time as well.
Yeah.
But it sounded to me like this went all the way back to like the school days from what you're saying. So this is nothing new.
No. It's something I've always been able to do is talk to crowd. Even the Lions Den, I've been doing that now maybe 7, 8 years in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, people ask me like, "Oh, do you plan what you're gonna say?" And I say, "Never."
Yeah.
When you see me walking out to the stage, I don't have a clue what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
as long as I open my mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things, you know?
Yeah, man, it makes sense.
It's just a natural thing. I don't know. I saw me go.
Yeah.
I saw judgment, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. So at what stage did you actually wrote your first song or decided that, you know what, I want to go down this road?
Well, you know, so like I said to you, my brother had a sound system, and I was about 11, 10, 11, them time there. And them time I was listening to like Billy Boyle.
Yeah.
You know, because when I first heard Billy Boyle as a youth, I said, whoa, if he can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean?
True.
And I used to listen to Tyan a lot, Ranking Tyan a lot too. You know what I mean? So so about 11, I write a lyrics about snooker, the game snooker. We say snooker. Remember Tyan used to have the style. We say calypso. We say snooker, snooker.
And this is like, give me some more lyrics. I don't remember them right.
Yeah, it's a snooker, snooker. So after pot already, after potter color, green, brown, blue, pink, black and yellow. Something, that's how I can remember.
Yeah, man, that's skill from 11, man. That's the skill for 11.
so we start writing some lyrics from there still, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So those are some of your main influence at that age then?
Yeah, at that age. Yeah, I was listening at that age when like Billy Boyle, Ranking Tyan, Linton Kwesi Johnson was very important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister buy a LP from LKJ. And when I listened to that, that's when I realized that music wasn't all about just making up a song. You could write the lyrics about reality, what was going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then from there, maybe when I got a bit older, 14, 15, 16, I had to get into hip hop.
Okay.
So them time they used to call me MC Solo.
Oh, see.
I used to rap, you know, we used to have a DJ and a man who used to do human beatbox. I used to rap, I used to dance, used to do the body popping and them thing then don't do show, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then as we reached like 18, 19, 20, we went back to the sound system thing, you know what I mean?
Okay, so when at that stage, what sound system did you go on?
Them time there, There was a song from White City called Limited Edition.
Oh yeah,
And
man.
you know who it was? Sorry?
I know about that sound, yeah.
Yeah, a song called Limited Edition. They used to ask me for like work on the song for them. But the first song I really joined was a song called Majestic from Outer Acton in West London. And that was my first proper song that I joined, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a well-known sound as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So you used to like a lot of, because I think this culture started back in Jamaica from the early days for most MCs and singers as well. So you used to have to go to the sound system, carry the speaker box, them help set them up in the dance, them and them things, and then singing it in the nighttime and things.
You have to do the full works. You have to do the full works. I mean, yeah. Them time you have to do the full works. So yeah, man, we got you all of that. And then even when I left London and moved to Reading.
Yeah.
I'm joining a song called Classic Wonder.
Okay.
So even when I joined Classic Wonder now, I start from the beginning again.
Yeah.
So when I first joined Classic Wonder, I never used to go up on the microphone. I never used to play no tune. Me just help move the song.
Okay.
Just turn up, load up the sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go to the dance, string up the sound, and then we just stay there with the man. Then we never really. So it took a while, man, to learn the thing first. When I joined the sound, the man said to me, "Nah, I want you to learn the sound and learn the people them first before you move up." And I said, "Yeah, me give thanks for that." So I did start at the beginning again and just learn the sound and string up the sound and rare. Then a little more from that, we progress and then we start take the microphone and start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then after that, we start select. You know what I mean? So,
okay, so you've been a selector as well as an MC in the sound system.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Have you ever had to get involved into like sound clash and them things where you have to MC against other sound system when you go?
Yeah. Well, Classic Wonder was we used to play a lot of clash.
Yeah.
A lot of clash dance. Yeah, man. We clash with everybody. We clash with Saxon. This is me on the microphone too, you know. Clash with Saxon. It's a clash with Love Injection regular. We clash with, man. We clash with Jara. We clash with. Remember a song called Travelers?
Travelers. No.
Travelers from Jamaica. They had a little hype for about 2 years, 3 years. They had a hype. They come. We clashed with them in Bristol.
Yeah.
Every Christmas night we used to play with Qualitex and Stone Love at Malcolm X.
Man. Big up Qualitex, man. Big up Qualitex. There's a Qualitex out with Bristol. So
yeah, we clashed with Qualitex enough time, man. And yeah, we was a clash sound and we even entered the UK Cup clash. We do that like twice. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, so who was some of the artists them that, because when you clashing in sound system, like you mentioned Saxon, does that mean that you come up against Tipper Harry and them, man, like on the mic?
No, with them time, but them time there was more when it get to the juggling stage.
Okay. So it wasn't so much
as Classic One day, it was more just dub plate, you know what I mean, and juggling. It wasn't a lyrics thing, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, because in Jamaica,
them time it's just more dub plate thing. With Saxon, Love Injection and them kind of people there, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, because I was wondering if it was like a culture where, back in the day, Jamaica, MCs them used to be clashing against each other to represent their sound system in a dance, you know what I mean?
Brother, I can't hear you.
I don't know why, but I can hear you, so I don't know what's happening.
You're gone quiet. Let me listen good.
Yeah, I can hear you. So, technology still, but I can hear you. Are you able to hear me
what
now?
did you say again?
No, can you hear me now?
It's quiet, but may I listen good?
Okay. So I said back in the day in Jamaica, the sound system, the DJs them used to MC against each other when they're competing, you know? So I was checking
like we do that here. Back on Majestic, we do that. You know what I mean? Majestic was more them time there, like late 80s, early 90s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so them time there was more of a lyrics thing, you know what I mean? The DJ them a clash, you know what I mean? So yeah, we do them time there. You know?
Okay. So when did you actually record your first song?
When did what?
When did you record your first song?
You know, I produced my first song. like early in the early 2000s. I was producing first, you know. I was
Okay.
never really interested in being an artist. I used
Yeah.
to write lyrics. I'm a like DJ on sound, but I was never really interested in recording, being a recording artist. So I
Oh,
was even writing lyrics and giving them to other artists to sing, and I
yeah.
produced a song.
Okay.
But when it comes to making music, I must have do my first tune them like early 2000, 2001, something like this, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
as a recording artist, maybe about 12, 15 years ago was my first one.
Okay. Sin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So.
even then I didn't even want to do it, really, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, even them time there I didn't even really want to do it. And the man them just kind of pressure me
Yeah.
into doing it. And I say, all right, let me just do it then. I'm a voice the tune and and give the man them. And next thing the man them say, yeah, they love it, they're gonna release it. I said, what? Say, all
Yeah.
right, and then and it sell off. So
I bet you're pleased that you choose that direction now, yeah?
well, part even sometimes now, part of me even think now I wish I did do it earlier.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, man,
I
because
wish I didn't have the
obviously,
confidence to start it from earlier, you know what I mean?
yeah, for real, because obviously within that time you have become a household name in the, certainly in the UK scene as well. And, you know, I saw you do a lot of stuff with Mango Sci-Fi as well. How did that come about?
Say that again, sorry?
I saw that you're doing a lot of work with Mango Sci-Fi as well.
Yeah, I work with them for well, it's been a long time now. It's
Yeah,
been a good while now. And I'm not even sure how the connection arrived, really, to be honest with you. I
yeah,
can't remember how. I mean, I do a lot of work with Chris Chemist Reality Shop. And
yeah,
so
man.
he know them kind of people there. So they would contact me through him. You know what I mean? They say,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
but I can't remember the actual first. I remember the first show I did with Mongols was in Paris. But I don't know, I'm not too sure how we actually, forward together and work together. But yeah, I do a lot of work with Mongols, them, a lot of work.
Yeah, man. Big up Mangoes, man. And big up Chris. You mentioned Chris Chemist as well, man. I want to big up Chris Chemist, wicked producer. And Chris
Yeah,
Chemist
man,
is
very
like,
talented.
yeah, very talented. And one of the nicest guy you ever meet as well. He's so humble. You know what I mean?
A very humble guy.
Yeah,
Really,
man.
really humble. You know what I mean? I'm very, very talented. You know what I mean? Very
Yeah,
talented.
man. Definitely, man. I've been in the studio with him as well, in his studio, and working in a track with him and thing as well. And it's like a real pleasure to work with Chris Chemist. So we have been saying a lot of love for Chris Chemist and Reality Shock
Yeah, man.
Records. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So I want to take I can't remember the name of this album, but you had an album before the Ragamuffin album.
Yeah, man. So All Ragamuffin is the third one. So the
Yeah,
first one was Walk Like Rasta,
yeah,
and then the second one was Higher Levels.
that's the one. Higher Levels. I had
Yeah,
Higher Levels playing in my car. I remember like a few years ago. I must have played it until it scratched. I met the first time I get it from Chris Chemist in his studio, and I was driving to Kent, which like to Canterbury, which is like 180 odd miles from where I am, and
yeah.
I listened to it the whole way and repeat to Canterbury and back, and I was like, yo, this brother here is hard blood, like literally. It was the
Thanks.
album is wicked. And there's a tune in there that is on the Baba Boom rhythm.
Yeah, me
That
no
tune,
know.
that tune is sick. That's what, to be honest, because I obviously known of you for like a long time and I've seen you on stage and I met you and stuff, but never really before I had the opportunity to sit down or to like listen to your music in detail like that. You know
Same,
what I mean?
same.
And that album is when I actually realized that, no, this brother is heavy, this man got some real talent here, the style and the way you do it as well. And also the content, the
Yeah,
content of the songs, I was most impressed by because like, you know what I mean? As an artist myself, I like them kind of positive vibes and I liked in social situation. And that album do a whole lot of that. So for anybody who haven't heard that album, they need to go check it out. Where is that album? Is it available online and stuff?
Yeah. You can still get that album there. You can get it from me directly. You can get it from realityshop.com.
Yeah.
And some you might be able to find some copy left in some record shops still. But yeah, we still have a few. Yeah, there's a few left still.
Yeah, and before we go any further, I only heard like a couple of songs from the Ragamuffin album.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you need to hear that still, you know.
I do need to hear it. That's why I'm mentioning it, because I heard it and I watched the video and things like that as well. And the cover is like really stand out, you know what I mean? Whoever come up with the idea for that cover really got some good thought into it and very creative, you know what I mean?
That's why me and Chris Kemmins have a really good connection. I'm a brethren still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And yeah, I'm a brethren. I have a real good connection. We work very well together. So we always kind of we're always thinking on the same lines. You know what I mean? We find it easy to get on the same page. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
especially within a project. And before we even record any songs, any songs for that day, we already kind of between us come up with a vision of what we want it to sound like, what we want it to be about, and where it's coming from. You know what I mean? And so we kind of had the vision for the cover before we even record any of the song then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man,
and then so we had the vision for the cover, and then once we had the vision for the cover, then I said, well, then it have to be called All Ragamuffin. And this time I haven't even written the song yet.
See?
Yeah, I had like a little idea of the hook, but you know what I mean? Yeah, and so yeah, you know. So we give thanks that they all come together. Well. Because we say, yeah, we want a black Capri. And we have to search and we couldn't find one, you know. Yeah. And we nearly give up. Give up and choose a different car because we couldn't find the black Capri. And then Chris said, "No, man, let me just try one more time." And then do another search, and you find one man named Bradley Cooper. Yeah. And the man said, yeah, man, I have one anytime you need it, come and get it. The man was so generous with the car. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, when I tell you generous, like when we say we want to do the video and do the photo shoot, he tell me, give us his address and everything. And we got on there. Yeah. And the man said, listen, I charge up the battery so you can drive the car as much as you want. Yeah. I clean it. The man clean and polish the car, everything. He said, here's the keys. I got to go out later. And he just left us with the car. Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, real blessing. So we give thanks, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, man. Love it when everything there's mesh, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, fall into place. It was meant to be, you know? Yeah, man. Before we go any further though, Solo, I'm gonna put you on the spot because that Ragamuffin tune, I know everybody that see and listening to us talking about this tune gonna want to hear a piece. So we want a piece of acapella from that tune there right now. You want a piece of that? Yeah, man, the Ragamuffin. Semana, oh Ragamuffin, and with a two I'm Semana. Oh, Ragamuffin, and we done set the trend. I'm a first boss it. Watch how me step, how me stride, how me move is like me a glide. And when me dance, you think of Michael Jackson, I bust a moon slide. So me cool like the breeze, me have swagger like the trees. As you mentioned trees, no me want to blow this smoke straight from the east to the west. And if you watch how I want to dress, Ragamuffin, we in the tight trousers. Yeah, man. And people have to go check out that video as well. Is that video, it's on Reggaeville, isn't it? Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I see in the video, man. People go check out that video on Reggaeville. Solo Banton, Ragamuffin. Yeah, man. That's a big bad tune, man. And like I said, I need a copy of that album as well. You know what I mean? And I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of that work, me and Chris. I think it's I think for us personally, you can hear a progression in the writing and in the production. You know what I mean? Come in and sit down and produce an album together. And I think you can hear a lot of progression as opposed to from What Like Rasta to the old Ragamuffin album. You know what I mean? So it's a project I'm very proud of, really. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah. So the Walk Like Rasta album. Yeah. Why do you call the album Walk Like Rasta and how do Rasta walk? Because for you, we need to explain this. Say that again. And why do you call it Walk Like Rasta? You know what happened? Them time there, around about that era, I just stopped playing the sound system. Yeah. And I hand the sound system on to some younger guys who are they bringing in as apprentice. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then I hand over the sound and give it to them to play, because once I was reaching a certain age and maturity, certain music I don't want to hear and certain music I don't want to play.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But because I respected the foundation of the sound, I didn't want to change the dynamics of the sound. So I had it on to the youth, and I met them go and play the dancehall style and bashment thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But at that time there, my meds, there's certain tune. Some artists were making certain tune, and I never want to hear them make them tune it. You know what I mean? That's why I say in the tune what like Russell, you know, I say leave the slackness to Shabba.
Yeah.
Come, you know, that's Shabba's part. Make Shabba do the part there, innit?
Yeah,
you
man.
know, as Russ, we don't have to do that part there. We do our part.
Yes.
And make Shabba them do their part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. The one that we're singing the explicit kind of thing and the
make them do their part. And I'll fight against them. Make them do their thing. Their choice is their choice. And singing about sex and relationship has been in music from the beginning of time, especially reggae music. So it's not like I was on a campaign to say nobody's supposed to do that again. But certain artists, me don't want to hear them sing that. You know what I mean? Them artists, them grow up on their words and their teachings. You know what I mean? And we would like them to carry on teaching the younger ones them coming after me. You know what I mean? So so I was just like that. You know what I mean? Yo, if you go walk like a Rasta, talk like a Rasta. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, for true. Like, represent and be true to yourself and not just doing things because they think that's what people want to hear and because that's the in thing, and that's what a lot of people is going crazy about, because many people has get into a situation now where they think that in order to sustain their career or to create a certain hype or to stay with certain hype, they need to be joining the slackness and the madness, which is what a lot of people, run down. But I do believe that righteousness shall endure it to the end. You know what I mean? And I've seen there is a massive evidence of that lately with Phantom Mojo. Have you seen what happened with Phantom Mojo and the song that he was singing in Jamaica with the girls?
I've seen it. But I'm very reasonable about it still, you know what I mean? I'm like, I mean, at the same time, as time move on, people can evolve. And people can change in the way that they see things. You might read more book and receive certain knowledge that changes your way of thinking. And I understand that can help and people can, you know what I mean? Transpire, change into something else. So I understand that. And I'm not gonna fight against that. But again, if that's the case, then we feel like you have to change your image. Then I'm not telling the man saying I forgot trim or rare, but you're still presenting yourself in the way that people know you. You're still presenting yourself as the artist who sang them tune, Serious Time and them tune, you know what I mean? So
the positive things.
So I find it hard to digest when I see you switch now and you talk about, you know what I mean, the kind of things that he's talking about now. It just kind of comes. I'm just like,
I think I personally I am a massive fan of Phantom Mojo, but for the positive tunes and the upliftment that he gives to poor people, his representation of righteousness and things like that is within his music. And I know everybody have to do their things that suits them, and it's everybody individual choice to do the things that they do. But I also can't help but feel like the songs that he sing, that is so different from all of the stuff that I love him for, is not that good anyway. I don't think it doesn't suit him, and maybe it's because I'm not that way inclined to support music with explicit content. But I you know what I mean? I still rate Phantom Mojo as a great artist, and I just hope that he will go back to doing the song that we look up to him for singing. You know what I mean? The positive vibes that.
And to be honest, sometimes we have to recognize that it can be just our personal preference. You know what I mean?
Of course, that's true.
You know what I mean? And we have to recognize that too. You know what I mean? So sometimes you can't really impose your personal preference on somebody and tell them, say, no, you can do it like that because that's how I like you to do it. You know what I mean?
I know that is
but at the same time, like how I have my personal preference, I can turn around and say, yeah, I mean, I really like that one.
Yeah, exactly. That is true. And also, there's an argument to say that whatever he's thinking, he's putting it out there in the public instead of like behind, hiding and pretending to be something that he's not, or is doing something detrimental to what we know him for. But he's open with it because a lot
and I think, yeah, and I think that's a fair argument too.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair reasoning too. Cause even I've had somebody say to me, "Oh, why you jump on that rhythm there?" You know, like if I do like a Mongo's tune, or if I done a dubstep tune, you know what I mean, I jump on a different rhythm. I've had people come and say to me, "Why you do that for?" Because they only know me for doing tune like roots rock reggae meditation or walk like Rasta or something like this. You know what I mean? And they don't really understand the person who you are. They only just really know you by them particular songs. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And so a few times I've had to explain myself and say, listen, when I said I was a music addict, you know, I never said I was a reggae music addict. I said I'm a music addict. Yeah. When I grew up, I grew up listening to everything. When I'm playing the song, I'm playing everything. My first song, Majestic, when I joined that song to play the soul music.
Yeah.
Some used to chat lyrics.
Yeah.
But then when we play a party or we play a blues party, I used to play Lovers Rock. When I select, I used to play Lovers Rock and Rare Groove and R&B.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? So
of course,
my musical taste is very wide. So when somebody play me a beat, it doesn't matter what genre it is. If I'm feeling that beat,
yes,
I can write a lyrics to it. I can jump on it. You know what I mean? So
that
argument is very true as well. That you know what I mean? Be yourself at the same time. And if that's him, that's him. You know what I mean? So.
That's true. I do like you saying about the beat. I do think that where far as beat are concerned, it's all about the lyrical content that you put on the beat that actually matters. It's nothing at all to do with the beat because it's all instrument, just like every other beat. You know what I mean? Whether it's roots, rock, reggae, or you know, drum and bass, anything at all.
For real.
You know? It's all about the lyrical content.
That's the same argument I forget the people and I say, listen, you're saying that and you're going like the lyrics switch. The meditation ain't switch.
Exactly.
The tempo might have switch. The sound of the bass line might have switch. You know what I mean? It might be a different genre, a different swing, you know what I mean? But if you take the lyrical content, nothing is switching it.
You know, of course. And I tell you one of the positive about joining or you know, joining in different genre, if you like, as an artist, it means that as long as you're keeping that positive vibration that you give within reggae that they know you for, you are reaching a further audience as well and giving them an understanding and know who you are as well. Because you're spreading, you know what I mean? It's like you got to learn to adapt to your environment. You know what I mean?
Yes,
while staying true to yourself. You know, like if you go to a cold country, you put on a jacket, but it doesn't stop you being who you are. And if you go to Jamaica, you wear a vest, but it still doesn't change who you are either. It's just adapting to each environment. You know what I mean?
True that. And if anything, it will increase your power.
Exactly.
Because when you go to the cold country and you got on the jacket, you're still the same person. But when you reach back to the warm and you take off the jacket, you'll be even stronger because you're glad. You know what I mean? You're back in your own environment again. You understand? So you will flourish even more. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I think one of the biggest thing that a lot of people got, and I mean, say a lot of people, most people, included myself to a certain extent, is that we don't like changes. Even though if the changes is for the best, sometimes we want to stick to what we know or used to. And a lot of people then, when they're used to you doing certain things, they don't want that because they want to go back to what the norm, you know what I mean? What they know as the norm, even if the norm is not the greatest thing, but that's what they used to, and it's easier to, as they said in England, it's the devil you know, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we know that in society anyway, you know, change, society as a whole finds it hard to deal with change, you know what I mean? And like you say, they're nervous of change, they're even frightened of change.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you really, you have to force them to change more time, you know what I mean? And maybe it's only after that they could turn around and say, oh, yeah, it was a good idea, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean, on the whole, the society is made to be weary of change, you know what I mean?
It is, and I think to be fair, most of us are guilty of that anyway. You know what I mean? So sometimes we got to just be a little bit understanding when we see people don't want to accommodate it or don't want to give into it or buy into it, if you like. You know. So let's go back to the music thing now. Where is your most memorable performance and why?
Wow. Them question there, you know.
Well, that's why I asked, so that you could go in the brain box and dig about and bring back memories of, you know.
Hard question, you know. It's even hard to choose one because there's many different ones for different reasons, you know what I mean? So like, obviously, when you travel the world, you have to pinch yourself.
Give me three. So we can give me three of them so we can give you an opportunity to mention it.
All right.
Choose from.
One is in Japan.
Yeah.
And I went Japan.
Yeah.
I was with Daddy Freddie and Charlie P.
Yeah.
And we did a tour in Japan. And that was just beautiful. I love Japan, the people, and just the fact that I was in Japan. You know what I mean? Like, you have to pinch yourself. So, Japan is there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I could say that for many places. Even in Moscow, you know what I mean? Even when we do certain show in Russia. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And them places, you're like, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I never would have seen them places if it wasn't for music.
Yeah.
No, nobody could tell me, say, Solo, you want to go to Serbia for a holiday? I would tell them, no, we're going there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to be there for music, so yeah. But I would say Japan, because the whole trip was just amazing.
Yeah.
Such an humble race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Humble, and then know themselves. You know what I mean? Like, you know. So I say Japan. Second. Second, I'm gonna say 1 year. I've done it a few times, but there was one year that I went to Outlook Festival in Croatia.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, the reason why I put that put this one in there as well is not necessarily for my performance, but there's a few times I had to pinch myself. So I done like three different performances over the week for the festival.
Yeah.
And one of them, I was on stage with Michael Prophet and Daddy Freddie.
Wow.
And to me,
that's amazing.
You know, at that time there, I have to pinch myself and it's only as I was on Imagine This Future.
Yeah.
I saw the lineup, so I know me have to do the show, and you know, it never really catch me then.
Yes.
Even when we reached there and we're about to go on stage, it never really reached me then.
Yeah.
It's only when we're actually on the stage, you know.
Yes.
And I singing, and then I pass the microphone to Daddy Freddie.
Yeah.
And then I hear Freddie singing, I'm like, rah, that's Daddy Freddie, you know.
That's the real.
You know, a man who I used to listen to, Captain was my song.
Yeah.
Tenafly and Daddy Freddie was the biggest influence then for me. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Daddy Freddie, when you mentioned Daddy Freddie is like absolute legend. And I must say, he's one of the most talented MC that ever lived, in my opinion. I mean, I've learned a lot from him.
You can't measure his talent. I don't think people don't even have a clue how talented he is. I think you have to spend time with Freddie to know how talented he is, you know. Even that time when we're in Japan, you know, even when you're in the restaurant, Freddie would do something. Freddie would make a voice, or Freddie would make a lyrics, or you know, singing a different style, and you're like, right, all that you can do as well. You can do them
I
things there as
know.
well. You know what I mean?
And one of the thing about him as well, I must say, he's one of the nicest person you ever met. He got a really good heart. I mean, I was lucky. I've been in studio with him many times, and he certainly helped me. Like, you know, people used to say, "Oh, Future is a wicked MC," you know, and like, I never really, before Daddy Freddy actually in a studio, I was struggling in a rhythm one day, and him said, "Future man, you rush the rhythm. You rush the rhythm, man. Your lyrics and your voice and everything, everybody. Just watch this, do this. Think about the clarity. Listen to the rhythm and feel the rhythm." And I literally, when I listen to him, ever since that day, every time I touch on a rhythm, my views and the way to deal with it. And I think my music improved greatly just from having him in the studio there. And he actually showed me that. And I've been privileged as well to share stage with him a few times as well. You know what I mean? So
Freddie's a teacher, man.
he's a
Full of
legend.
knowledge, you know what I mean? Full of knowledge. And if you get to spend time with him, you know, he will teach you something, you know what I mean? You have to listen to Freddie. And you see the other thing about Freddie as well is Freddie would never leave you out.
That's true. I know. That's what I'm saying.
Freddie will never leave you out. If you're in a session, and Freddie is working, and Freddie see you, Freddie will call you up on stage.
Yes, man, I know.
Regardless of who you are, regardless of where you are in your career.
Yeah.
That's just start.
I can
Freddie will call you up on stage, you know, and give you a piece of the rhythm.
I can testify to that.
And that's from, and him always tell me that's from him schooling, that's from Sugar Minor, from Fuchaman promotion. You understand?
Yes.
So him have that mentality there. So he will always bring you in. You know what I mean? So
that's true. That's true. I can testify to that.
This time I outlook when I tell you is, my have the microphone will pass and it's Daddy Freddy, you know.
Yes.
And then he passed the mic and it's Michael Prophet. You know, I tell you about my sister used to buy the record them.
Yes.
Me and Michael Prophet she buy. She love Michael Prophet.
Then a legend,
so man. I said, hold on, a Michael Prophet, that's it.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's and so for me, that's an important time, you know what I mean? And when we finished that show, we come off of the stage and Harris Andy was there. And I was in Mexico with Harris Andy like 2 months before,
Yes.
We come upstairs and we see Harris and we say, "Hey, okay." He say, "Yeah, man." I said, "I don't know if you remember me, you know. Remember we was in Mexico." I say, "If I remember you, Solo your top." And the man remember me, and it was just like, I don't know, it's just like a wow moment. You know what I mean? It's like, raw.
Yeah.
We can't release something to do with Harris Andy, Michael Prophet, and Daddy Freddy. You know what I mean? And then the next day, me and Tenafly link up. So for me, I was around like the 4 most important people to me, apart from Linton, Crazy Johnson in music. You know what I mean? So that has to be number 2. A third one now. You know, I'm gonna say a Boomtown.
Okay.
All Boomtown. And just because you just see everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a nice weekend. You know what I mean? To see people, I see you, I see Fritty, I see I see, you know, you just see everybody, and I get to see some of the greatest artists from a privileged point of view. You know what I mean? I'll meet them backstage and watch the whole show. So Boomtown every year is a great experience for me. Come have it nice.
Yes, man.
Have it nice over Lions Day. You know what I mean? Have it nice.
It's true. Like I wanna say, like literally from my point of view as well, big respect to Boomtown and the organizers them as well, because I get a lot of love on Boomtown, and Boomtown is pretty much the biggest festival that I get to go on and play on for quite a few years in a row. And you know what I mean, get so much love. And like you said, I met so many great people there, you know what I mean? Even Bob Marley's sons, them Ziggy Marley, you know what I mean? Toots and the Maytel, Marcia Griffiths, you name it. All of Boomtown is one of them places that if you're an artist here in the UK, you can go there and they will allow you to go and meet some of the greatest people. And it's so inspiring. You know what I mean? It is so inspiring to see people that you've seen on the telly and hear on the radio for years and didn't think that you'd ever have the opportunity to meet. in Boomtown as artists here in the UK, we are so privileged that whenever we go to these places, we can see these people that we didn't think that otherwise.
It's a real, it's a real honor. It's a real honor to be amongst these people. You know what I mean? And learning from them, and just watch them and learn them, and
yes,
most of them are so gracious when they're talking to you as well. You know what I mean?
I know, like, right? And I think one of the things that I've learned from meeting all of these people, and I've interviewed many of them as well. One of the things that I've learned is that these people who are the real legend of the business has absolutely no ego whatsoever when it comes to talking to people. There's no ego and no showing off or no look at I'm a superstar, I'm the greatest, I'm that. I mean, like even Lauryn Hill. I met Lauryn Hill and I couldn't believe how humble and how nice she was. Like, you know what I mean? And the media can make you think otherwise of these people. But then when you meet them, they're thinking like, it's just like meeting anybody else. They just like sit down and talk to you nice and polite and friendly, you know what I mean?
Just like that. Yeah, Lauryn Hill was very, very nice. She was very, very nice. I tell you, somebody else who blew me away as well was Jimmy Cliff.
Yes.
You know, and it's at that time there. Obviously, we know about Jimmy Cliff and Rare, but meeting him at Boomtown and seeing him perform as well. Well, first of all, I can't believe the age of this man, and this man I run up and down the stage and I kick him foot all. The man foot high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I jump out and all kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I really get to realize that, listen, I don't even know if we all realize how much of a blessing Jimmy Cliff is. The man a prophet, you know.
Yes, man.
When you really penetrate the lyrics of the song them and how he perform them and how he carry himself and everything like that. Yeah. I said, what, you know, the man there, listen, man, a walking angel up on earth now, you know.
Like literally. Just this, the humbleness of these guys. And when they speak with purpose and meaning.
Yeah.
And you can feel everything they say to you. It's almost like there's no word that you can describe it.
Their word sound is so strong.
It is. That's what I mean. Because when I spoke to Toots as well, and when I was talking to Toots, just the way that he speaks, I don't know. It's not even about the passion but it's like the things that they said is
it's hard to put it into words, isn't it? But they have some kind of the power, the force with what them said to you, like, you know what I mean? Come and see Toots, you know, in the morning. Before I introduce him. Yeah. And I don't even know what he said to me. He said something simple to me, like, you know, something simple, must be good morning or something like that. And I said to him, have a good show, Father. Have a good show. And he said, yeah, man, you have a great day too. There's some pleasantry like that, you know. It had so much energy. When I tell you, it set me up for the rest of the day.
Yes.
Like, you know, my day was blessed. I know that I was gonna have the perfect day, the perfect 24-hour after that little conversation and that word sound that I received from him. You know what I mean?
Yes, of course. I tell you, I had a moment with Toots, which is, I want to say, somewhat bizarre and great at the same time. And I'll tell you why. When I interviewed Toots, he said to me, you remind me of myself. You remind me of myself. You know, me and you are family. You remind me of myself. That's what Toots said to me. So I thought that this was like an amazing compliment, and it's great because I couldn't see it. I still don't see or understand what he's saying.
Come on.
But then the reason why I say it's bizarre in a way as well. 2 years later, I met Marcia Griffiths backstage, same place where I met Toots. And I was talking to Marcia Griffiths, never met her before. She probably has no idea that I met Toots. And a few of us was there, and she said to me, you remind me of Toots, you got Toots spirit. I said, what? I said, that's what he told me when I met him backstage here 2 years ago. So I don't understand where it comes from. I don't know what it is about Toots that me and him had in common, that Toots told me the same thing. And then Marcia Griffiths told me this just randomly. Toots wasn't even there. It was 2 years before that I met Toots. And then she just told me, she said, you remind me of Toots, you got Toots spirit. I'm still trying to figure it out. So I'm somewhat feeling blessed, and I'm somewhat thinking it's a bit bizarre. What does this mean? Or where, you know what I mean? I'm trying to
Look
figure
at
out
that.
if I look a bit
I
like
love
him
them
or
kind
not.
of thing there. I love them kind of thing there.
Yeah, so I still haven't figured it out, but because I absolutely love and adore Toots, bless his soul, I'm taking it as a great positive, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So anyway, what's in the pipeline? What you doing? What are you doing now musically, and what can people look out for?
Well, at the moment, I'm just getting ready for shows. You know, we have a lot of shows, booking and that. So I just trying to get match ready for that. You know what I mean? Rehearsing and just get match ready for that. You know what I mean? Really. So yeah. That's what I'm concentrating on at the moment. I got a few singles to record and thing, but yeah, I'm just trying to get match ready. I'm just hoping that these shows can go ahead, all of them. You know what I mean?
Yes,
you know, tricky time. So
it has been one of those times where a lot of uncertainty for as shows concerned. Yeah. I am so pleased myself to be getting back out on the road as well. Me and my band had our first show just Friday night gone, and I feel like it was in heaven. Like I didn't realize how much I missed it. And yes, we're in London. So if you're in Brixton, we're playing in Brixton with Anani this Thursday coming. So if you're if you're about, come to and check out the vibes.
Yeah, so yeah, we have a few show lineup. We have two shows next weekend, Friday and a Saturday.
Yeah.
So and it's been a while since we've been on the road, so you have to get ready for that, because 2 shows in a row is gonna mess you up, you know what I mean? Because we do a show last week.
Yeah.
And I was on stage for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm better when I come off of the stage and I'm tired.
Yes, man.
Weak. My voice, my voice was weak, everything, you know what I mean? It's been a while. Plus an hour and a half, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Yeah, you have to just try to get match ready. So 2 shows next weekend, Friday and the Saturday. So
I know.
We just try to get ready for that still. So that's all I'm concentrating on at the moment. And just hoping that everything work and can go forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
As well as the people need it, we need it ourselves. We can't deny it neither. You know what I mean? Like,
it is true.
Mentally, I need this. This is what I do. You know what I mean? This is how we survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Energy. You know what I mean? This is my all, my everything. You know what I mean? So
yes,
we need it. So we just give thanks and want it to work out. You know what I mean?
That's true, man. Good luck, man. And Friday night, you're gonna find yourself Friday night trying to not overuse your voice and get too excited and trying to save some for Saturday.
I'm feeling for Saturday. But it worked out. It worked out nicely because Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night is my show, so just me. You know, I've been to perform my tuning for an hour.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night, that's in Leicester. And then Saturday night, I'm in Hastings at the Reggae Festival. But I work with Mongols.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, man.
So when I work with Mongols, you get a break because they will play some vocal before you get the instrumental. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, when you're doing Friday night, when it's your show, you just sing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then at least the Saturday, it's with Mongols. So I'll be doing a lot of hosting and not so much singing. You know what I mean? So at least they will play a couple vocal tune and then them give me an instrumental. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And then they'll play some more vocal tune. Then we get the instrumental. You know what I mean? So
yeah, man.
It's supposed to work out all right.
Yeah, man.
But it's a nice lineup too. I'm excited to go there because there's so many artists there as well.
I know.
I'm gonna enjoy myself just being there and listening to some music too. You know what I mean?
Yes, man, that's amazing. I saw the lineup, man. And big up to Mongols as well, man. When you see Tom, tell him I say hello. That's one of the nicest.
Yeah, man, I will, man. I will, definitely.
Yeah, man, big up Tom, man, and up in Scotland there. Yeah, man. What's Solo Banton? It's been an absolute pleasure to finally get you on the podcast, man. You know what I mean? It's been a real joy and a pleasure to have you on the podcast, man. And I want to wish you all the success in the world. And hopefully we will get around to do that collaboration soon. If not this year, but early next year, we can drop that collaboration. Hopefully
yeah, man. Well, like you say, everything has its time, you know what I mean? And when
Yes,
it's time, it will happen.
Yes, man.
For sure about that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Give thanks as well, brother. Give thanks for your time as well and the invite, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Blessings, my brother.
Work, you know what I mean?
Blessings. May the Most High bless and keep you safe until such time.
Yes, I give thanks, Ajah.
Blessed love.
Rastafari.
Rastafari. Blessings.
Blessed.